Hello traders, it is Monday, August 16th. Thank you for joining my blog for this week. I want to first talk about the power shares QQQQ. We're still in no man's land. I talked about over the last few weeks how the weekly is setting up a head and shoulders. You're hearing it on TV. And I also said to be careful because it's also showing a sort of an ugly inverse head and shoulders to where the lines and the sands are really up here at 48 and down here at 42, which is actually quite a large range. You'll see here and here, and we're just playing around in this area here really with no clear direction, pivot getting violated left and right, higher highs, higher lows, and a lower low, and we'll see what happens here. We've got the same type of situation here where we went short here and really were able to take a nice move out. But in this particular case, we're back in this mess. So overnight holds, based on the way I trade, is not something that I do unless I get a special situation. And right now, we can go any way. We're right in the middle here. We can go right back up to this area, and we can go down, or we can just sit here and chop around. And this is really an ideal situation to day trade, intraday trade, for those of you guys that have the time and are traders. You can see the ranges are pretty decent on the days, and you can take advantage. We take a look at the spiders. Really the same type of thing. I mean, they look quite similar, and on the weeklies as well. So we're looking like we're still trying to decide whether we're going to go higher or lower. In the meantime, just make money every day trading intraday and stay in cash, unless you got a situation where a particular stock is marching to its own beat, and you can take advantage of that. Okay. Now, the trade of the day, I usually focus on morning trades, and I want to show you guys a trade that that materialized this afternoon on a very slow time frame, and it's this Thor, and it's on the 15-minute time frame here. And I mean, this is just a thing of beauty, and you could see this really tight entry here on this nice move down, multi-bar retracement up here, and you had a really tight entry here under 35.62. With a stop over 72, or if you want to use the pivot high, 78, 79, 80, right in that area. And this thing did not even trail out. It just kept going and going and going. Now, very prudent to take some profits off the table when it gets back to this low here. And you can see it whipped around, which is not surprising. But then, I mean, the thing just came unglued. And this is the type of ride that, when I'm on one like this, I mean, you sit there and you can't slap the smile off your face because it just keeps going and there's no reason to get out. All you got to do is just trail stop it. Right? It takes you right to the end of the day, and this is just a massive winner. This is a typical trade where if you share size appropriately, you can make 2 to 3 to 4 weeks of income on one trade. And it's really finding this gem. You can see that it gapped down. It was relatively weak to the market. I mean, I don't need to show you. I will anyways. Here's the 15, right? You can see up to this point what it did. And if you just throw the QQQQ up here, right, it was almost like the mirror opposite. It was going higher. So when the market was going up and shorts were getting squeezed, people that were owners of Thor scratching their head going, how come my stock isn't going up? And that's when you got to pile on and get short and take advantage of a move like this. But this is about a picture perfect move. Write it down, print it out, stick it on your wall. This is what you're looking for. And it's on a 15-minute time frame. And anyone can trade, well, not anyone, but most people can trade this because it's a much slower time frame. You don't have to be so quick. You just take your position and get in and get out. And you can look at it on the 5. What it looked like here was a little grinding action, right? You get in here and you just be patient and write it down. You can see the panic hit. Now, for tomorrow, you've got a big move down here. This is something that I would watch for tomorrow because the volume picked up. This could be moving one way or another. If it gaps up here, you could look for it. Possible long if the market's strong. If it opens flat, or even if it gaps up, it may be a short. It may be a continuation. But there was pretty good, if you look at the 60 here, pretty decent amount of flushing here with the volume. Okay? So anyways, that's the lesson of the week. Any questions, email me, tom@tomwillardtrading.com. Trade well this week. And tune into my written blog on psychology on Thursdays. Have a great one, guys. Talk to you soon.